I found out about the shenanigans on Twitter when Fat Feminist tweeted about it. Skinny people using this song, specifically about growing up as a fat person, to talk about their teeth and how they're too skinny, and it's such a great analogy for where mainstream body positivity is now compared to what it was intended for. It was created to liberate the most marginalized of bodies, black, brown, disabled, fat, super fat bodies, and now it's been watered down to being about self-love and body image. This song isn't for you. This song isn't for you. Yes, I'm gatekeeping. Yes, I'm gatekeeping this. This is specifically about growing up fat and being fat. I just really wish thin people would stop commandeering these things and these movements, inserting yourself, taking up too much space.
Jesus, why is it so difficult for you to see other people talking about their struggles? Why are you so scared of others using a fucking TikTok song? What do you mean this song isn't for you? Who are you to tell other people what songs they can use? It's unbelievable, honestly. The movement you and people like you made is so toxic. You need to be thankful it's being changed into something about self-love, as it should be, instead of hating anyone who doesn't find you attractive. Just the fact you think it's watered down because it's about self-love says a lot about you.
Okay, so I have a TikTok going viral about the fact that there's a shit ton of fat phobia within the queer community, as if a fat femme like me wouldn't know what it's like to experience that. But there's a handful of comments of people going, it's just a preference, stop playing a victim. I'm not playing a victim whenever I'm quite literally calling out the fact that you are fat phobic. No one's playing a victim whenever you're calling out racism. No one's playing a victim whenever you're calling out homophobia. No one's playing a victim whenever they're calling out transphobia. For the people who keep saying it's a preference, I need you to put your critical thinking caps on. Where did those preferences come from? Google, it's free. Takes like 3 clicks. I'm gonna go ahead and say systemic oppression. And the beauty standards, Western beauty standards, specifically being rooted in white, skinny, cis-able bodies. Maybe let's unpack that instead of just being like, it's just a preference. It makes me uncomfortable for you to call me out on my fat phobia. Because I might be a bad person. You know what makes you a bad person? Denying that it fucking exists and not willing to put in the fucking work to unpack your bullshit. I said what I said.
I'm really sorry, but how is that fat phobic to want your partner to care about themselves physically? I'll tell you that I want my partner to be physically fit, just like me. I think it's fair enough and it's my preference, just like someone else might prefer their partner to be bigger. Racism and homophobia are not even close to fat phobia. How dare she even compare them to groups that are actually marginalized? It makes me so mad. Being gay or black is not something you can control and does not damage your health, while being fat is controllable and damages your health. I cannot stand when fat acceptance TikTokers compare themselves to actually marginalized groups. Where did those preferences come from, you ask? Well, they came from the way we evolved to find fit people more attractive, which is, again, not something we can control. And yeah, Google is indeed free. So why won't you go look up some studies about how being obese is dangerous for you? It has nothing to do with systemic oppression. It's just another way for you to hide behind something.
So, there are a lot of things in this world that thin people will never understand. So this is a series that I'm starting called Fat Shit Thin People Will Never Understand. And to start this series off, here's something that my older sister does that seems very fat phobic. Enjoy. My sister's house, you see these goddamn chairs? I cannot fit in a single goddamn one of them. You see this bench? This is where I sit. It holds me. Some more of these goddamn chairs, okay? You see that plastic thick long chair that's wide? Yeah, my mom and I brought those here because she refused to buy bigger chairs for us. Because we don't fucking fit in these chairs. And she thinks we can. I'm gonna give you a little sample. Alright? The chair, alright? The chair. I'm gonna put a towel in it because it's hot as balls. The chair. Ow. Yeah, this hurts really bad. Like really, this hurts so bad. Yeah, my sister goes, See, you can sit in it. Can I sit in it comfortably? No. It's just a flat out refusal to buy wider chairs. Or, you know, maybe chairs without arms. Because you see this? This hurts. It's just some bullshit that she'll never understand because she's been thin her entire life.
Imagine thinking your sister has to buy new chairs, which by the way cost money, because of your life decisions. You want a bigger chair? Bring one with you. It's not that difficult. The entitlement is disgusting. You clearly resent her for being thin. That last sentence really said a lot about you. Saying she doesn't know because she has been thin her entire life, with that tone, it's obvious you want to be mad at her so bad because she's thin and you're not.
What's something you'll get a lot of hate for if you say it out loud?
A lot of what people on this app call body dysmorphia is actually just fat phobia. Things like body checking, intense fear of weight gain, worrying about how your body looks to the point where you can't enjoy any activities. These things are not necessarily indicative of body dysmorphia. You might know how your body looks and just not like it, think it's too fat, or be afraid of it getting fatter. But all of these things are indicative of fat phobia. Fat phobia towards yourself, but fat phobia nonetheless.
The definition of body dysmorphia is a mental health condition where a person spends a lot of time worrying about flaws in their appearance, which is literally body checking, fear of weight gain, and worrying about how your body looks a lot. These are literally the definitions of body dysmorphia. And in a world where a lot of beautiful people get a lot of attention and screen time daily, it's hard to not compare yourself and develop better ideas about yourself. A lot of people struggle with body dysmorphia and things like it, and devaluating other people's feelings to push your own agenda is disgusting, and you should honestly be ashamed of yourself.